Finish, madam.
Okay. So write down this question. Wait. Sorry. So here you have to remember this is the rate of return. Return means something we are getting, right? Something we get, then it's called a return. So normally for the project appraisal, we are going to use a rate. That is the cost of capital. So when the cost of capital rate is lesser than the IRR, we should accept the project. Cost එක අපිට ලැබෙන ආදායමට වඩා අඩුයි නම් rate එක අඩුයි නම් අපි project එක accept කරනවා. So we are accepting the project. So but if the cost of capital rate is greater than the IRR rate, then we should reject the project. So you have to write this one, the decision rule, and you have to put a box around it. ඒක කොටු කරගන්න. Right? Hope you have written that part. So please put a box around it. Finish? Right? So now we are going to do a question. I think I have a question here. Write down this question. Write down this question.
Madam, question එක පේන්නේ නැහැ.
Sorry. I didn't share the screen, no? Sorry. finish? Shall I start a question? හදලා ඉවරයිද ළමයි? ලියලා ඉවරයිද කියන්නකෝ?
No, ma'am.
Right, I'm going to start the question. Sorry. So there are two projects, project A and project Y. First, we are going to write the years. So years from 0 to 5. What? මොකක්ද දරුවෝ? Question එක පේනව නේද ඔයාලට? ස්ක්‍රීන් එකේ මේ පැත්තේ පේනවනේ. පේනවනේ. Three, 4, and 5. So project A. A. This is project B. So project A, you have these cash flows. 35,000 and 7,500, 9,000, 10,000, 16,000, 9,000. So project B, you have 30,000. It's a negative figure. then 2,000, 5,000, 16,000, 18,000, and finally 20,000. So the discount rate at 15%, DCF at 15. Finish? Still writing?
And cost of capital means we can take it as discount factor, right?
Yes, yes. Cost of discount factor is the cost of capital.
Okay, ma'am.
So discount means that is what we are going to use to get the present value. So this is the rate, the prevailing rate. So if we are taking a loan to finance this project, then the cost of the loan, it is the interest. So the cost of capital means the interest of a project. If we are run by a finance or a loan. So depreciation rate එකක් තියෙනවානේ. So we have amortization rates, depreciation rates. Those are depend on the assets. This is depend on the finance. Finish? So now take your table. Then table එකට පුරුදු වෙමු නැත්නම් වෙලාව අපරාධ යනවා. ගාන හදලා ඉවරයිද ළමයි? තාම ලියනවද? Tell me. Still writing?
ඉවරයි මැඩම්.
ඉවරයිනේ? හරි. Okay.
ඉවරයි මැඩම්.
So in the table, right, this is the present value table. From this present value table, we have to find 15% interest rate. So this is the 15% interest rate, right? Then take the values. That's easy. විභාගෙට එහෙම කරන්න නැත්නම් ඔයාලා discount factor දදා හද ඉන්න ගියොත් මේ වගේ ගානක වෙලාව ගොඩාක් යනවා. So you can use the table. Here discount factor is 1. Then for 15%, 0.870. Then 0.756, 0.658, 0.572, 0.497. So how can I arrive these values is, right? So this is 1 divided by 1 plus r to the power n. So in this one, it is 1 divided by 1.15 to 1, power 1. So in the next one, it should be power 2, 3, 4, and 5. ඔහොම තමයි ඔක හොයාගන්න. Clear? Is it okay, everyone? Finished? Now find the present value. Normally, we are going to put it 2 decimal places. So we can come up with the NPV. According to the NPV, which project should we select? Project A or project B?
Project B.
Project
B.
B. Okay.
B.
Why? Because it has a positive NP. So here, right, in the exam, you have to mention why we are going to select. And you have to mention which project we are going to select. Based on what? So for this answer, you are getting 1 mark. Not only the calculation, you have to explain the reason behind it. Finish?
Yes, madam.
So, Aska, are you there? If you finish, let me know. I'm going to mark the register right now. Please
Yes,
put your
ma'am,
name
I'm
and
finished.
registration number. Please put your name and registration number in the chat box. I'm going to mark the register.
Excuse me, madam.
Yes.
Madam, NPV එක්ට negative value දෙකක් ආවොත් තෝරගන්න මොකද?
නෙගටිව් වැලියු දෙකක් ආවොත් මේක එකම රේට් එකනේ තියෙන්නේ. රේට්ස් දෙකක් ආවම තමයි ඒ වගේ අපිට IRR හදන්න පුළුවන් වෙන්නේ. හොඳ. දැන් මේක එකම රේට් එක ආවොත් අපිට හදන්න විදියක් නැහැ. අපිට ලෝවර් රේට් එක ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් දෙක දැන් මේක එකම ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකනේ තියෙන්නේ. දැන් IRR හදන්න අපිට ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් දෙක තියෙන්න ඕනේ වෙනම වැලියු දෙකකින් හොයන්න. එතකොට දැන් මේ රේට් එක බෑ. අපි ආයි තව එකක් හොයන්න ඕනේ. හොඳ. දැන් මේකම ආයි හදන්න වෙනවා වෙන රේට් එකකට. So wait, right? So to find the IRR, we need two rates. So now we have found the DCF at 15%. So normally with 5% gap, maximum to 10%, we have to select the other rate. සාමාන්‍ය 115 දැන් මෙතන හොයලා තියෙනවා. ඕනනම් ඔයාලට ගන්න පුළුවන් 110. එහෙම නැත්නම් 120. අර 15 ඉඳලා 5ක gap එකකින් ඕනම විදියට. එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ඔයාලට gap එක උපරිමය ගන්න පුළුවන් 10ක් විතරයි. To find the IRR. So you need two rates now. Here we have only one rate. එක rate එකයි මෙතන තියෙන්නේ. අනිත් rate එකත් ඔයාලා හොයන්න ඕනේ. Right? Now here highlight this one at 15%. Now I'm going to find the same project with a different value. මේ හොයන්නේ IRR වලට. So this is for IRR. Now I'm going to take 5%. 10% ගත්තත් කමන්නේ. It's up to you, right? So let's take 10%. වැඩි යන්නේ නැතුව ඈතට. So 10%. So you have to put the figures. 10% rates. I හොයන්න ඕනි IRR වල because we need two rates. Higher figure and the lower figure. For 10%, the rates are 0.909, then 0.826, 0.751, 0.683, final one 0.621. So this is at 10%. So now you have different figures. I make up the table again. I have taken this from the table. So this is only for the NPV. Now we are going to find the IRR. For IRR, you need two different rates. So 29, 40, 43, 47. Who is this number 53? I don't have you in the register. Number 53. So change the name. How the 53 connected here? Six. Finish. Did you calculate the figures? Shall I move on to the IRR? ළමයි calculate කරලා ඉවරයිද?
Yes, madam.
So now we are going to find the IRR of project A. Right? So here first we have to take the lower rate. So the lower rate here is 10%. So then we have to add. Right? We have to add. So then we have to add the NPV of the lower rate. So NPV of the lower rate here is minus 1,000, so not 1,000. It is 3,278 and 50 cents. So you have to get that figure. Then from that figure, we have to divide the difference in between the projects. So difference is from the lower figure project, we have to deduct the higher figure project. So which means here we have to deduct 3,278.50 minus, then again within the bracket, right, we have to put 1,466. Then we have to multiply it with the change of the rates. Here, 15% minus 10%. Finish. Now tell me the IRR rate. Find it. What is it? So which means 10% plus. Here, 3,278 and 50 cents divided by here, right? 3,278 and 50 cents minus, we know it will become plus. So we have to add it, 1,466 without cents. And we have to multiply it with the change, that is 5%. Here, rather than putting the percentage, you can use 0.1 as well. Right, so when you divide this figure with the latter one, you will get the percentage like this. Then you have to multiply it with, right, 0.05. So just take 3 decimal or 2 decimal places, it's okay. Now what is the answer? So the answer would be 13.5%. For project A.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, why did you take 10% as the discount factor?
No, it's arbitrary. Just it's up to you to take whatever the figure. You can take 10%, 8%, whatever the figure asks. Right? There is no fixed value.
Then can't we take 15% itself?
No. 15% is one rate now. It's already given. The cost of capital rate is given. So we have taken it already.
So, ma'am, it should be below 15 or above 15?
No. You can take something below or something higher than that rate. It's okay. Whatever the figure, right? So you can take. But the range should be minimum 5% difference should be there and the maximum should be 10%. Without that, if you take, it's difficult to find the IRR. So you can take 30%, you can take 60%. Likewise, you can take the percentage now. So, but it should be within the range of 5% change.
Okay,
If not,
ma'am.
you can't get the exact figure. Finish? ලක්මාලි ඉවරයිද? මේක පැහැදිලිව ලියා ගන්න හොඳ. 110 ගන්න පුළුවන් මෙතන 110 කියලා කියන්නේ 0.1. It's better if you are going with these decimal places without the percentage form. Then errors are minimized. නැත්තම් සමහර අය ඕක පටලවා ගන්නවා. අතන ප්‍රතිශත දාලා මෙතන දශම එනවා දෙක මාරු කරගන්නවා.
Then, ma'am, to calculate IRR, we have to calculate NPV as well.
No need to calculate NPV, right? But you have to calculate project appraisal with 2 different rates to find the IRR. A smaller rate and a higher rate.
Okay, ma'am.
So since we have already using this 15% to calculate NPV, then it's easy for us now. We have already calculated one rate. That's why I have chosen the other one. If not, you can calculate 3 rates. It's impossible, Aska, right? Within the time limit in the exam. මේකේ මේ ළමයි ඕනම rates දෙකකටයි IRR calculate කරන්නේ. ඕනම rates දෙකකට. ඉතින් NPV calculate කරලා තියෙන හින්දා එක rate එකකින් තව එකක් calculate කරාම ඇති. නැත්තම් විභාගයේදී ඔයගොල්ලෝ 3ක් calculate කරන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට ඒක අපරාධනේ. ඒක හින්දායි මේ NPV rate එක ගන්නෙ. ඒකම ගන්න කියලා නීතියක් නැහැ. So in the exam, right? In this stage, you are going to calculate NPV. Now, in the latter part, when you are going for in 4th year, right, you learn that NPV is just an arbitrary figure. More than that, IRR is the most valuable or most predictable figure. It's superior than the NPV. So then IRR is there. There are MIRR is there. තව rates තව වැඩිපුර එනවා. එතකොට IRR වලට වඩා MIRR හොඳයි කියලා ඉගෙන ගන්නවා තව ටික කාලයක් යද්දී. Right? Finish? Shall I move on to this project B?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, right. So now you have to calculate project B. IRR B. Here also I'm using 10% is the lower rate. So 0.1 plus NPV at the lower rate. So this is the NPV. So then I have to take the difference in between these two. So difference is 12,678 minus 6,284. Then I have to take the difference. 15% minus 10%. So, which means 0.15 minus 0.1. 0.1% plus this value minus this one into 0.05. (0.1) plus So it is 19.9%. Yeah, it should be 12 point something. I think because of the decimal places. Finish.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, what's that 21%?
No, that's the formula percentage. So if you finish this one, so you have to put on the comment, right? So the comment here, so when I'm going to take the project A, Pro A, so I'm going to compare the cost of capital rate as well as the IRR rate. So normally we are going to take the cost of capital here as 15% for both project A and project B. But here in project A, you have 13.5% IRR, whereas for project B, you have 19.9% IRR, right? So when compared to the cost of capital and IRR, right, the result would be these both projects are viable. So we have to accept both. Why we are going to accept? So here, no, we have to reject this one. So this one we have to reject. Why we are going to reject? Because cost of capital rate is more than the IRR. ඒ කියන්නේ අපිට ලැබෙන ආදායම අඩුයි වියදම වැඩි. එතකොට reject කරනවා. We are going to accept this project. Why? Because cost of capital rate is lesser than the IRR. Is it okay? තේරෙනවද ළමයි? According to the IR, we should say we should accept only project B. So this is the decision rule. Aska, are you okay? Lakmali තේරුණාද?
Yes, ma'am.
Namal?
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, do you have any idea of the 2021 intake?
21. No, they told like this. So they are going to put the gazette on December. This December. So the new intake will be on February or January.
Okay,
So
ma'am.
after they are going to gazette it on December 1st and they will end it on December 30th or something where around like that. I don't know. But they are going to take the students, right, to the ATI on April onward. Next batch will be started on April onward. Within that period, everything, registration, interviews and everything will be going on, right? Because you are having exams. While you are having exams, they will have the interviews. So the gazette will be issued on December to January. During that period, definitely they'll issue it. So ask her to keep in touch with the website. If not,
Okay, ma'am.
Sriyat, you have a group, right? Facebook group. HND
Yes.
is there.
Yeah. There's a
Right?
Telegram group also.
Okay. So then keep in touch with them.
Okay, ma'am.
Everything-
Thank you.
Because I don't know, Aska, but some people, there is a rumor, right? Because if this corona, I don't know whether it's going worse or not, but if it goes worse, normal procedure will be going on, right? Online lectures will be there. Then only exams will be there, definitely. But other than that, lectures will be going on the online mode. So I don't know. Most of you have applied for the laptops, right? ලෝන් එක හම්බුණාද ළමයි? බැංකුව වලට ගියාද? තාම නැද්ද? If you finish, shall we start another one? ඉවරයිද මේක? ලක්මාල් ඉවරයිද?
Yes, madam.
Okay, so write down this question. Write down this question. We'll discuss it next week, right? Write down this question. So finish. ලියනවද තාම?
තාම ලියන්නේ.
10% වලට ගන්න කිසිම හේතුවක් නැහැ. ඒක වෙනස් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් මෙතන 114 නම් වට යන්න පුළුවන් 9. ඕන්න යන්න පුළුවන් 10. ඕන්නම් යන්න පුළුවන් 25. Tamanට කැමති රේන්ජ් එකක් යන්න පුළුවන්. So I'm going to start the question. So I'm going to copy this data so it's easy for me. So there are two projects. $35,000, 7,900 here. 10,000, 16,000, 5,000. This one should be, there is a salvage value. What do you mean by the salvage value? Sunbun nagayak tiyanawadu. Right? So we have to add that figure here. So then the value would be here 14,000 for project A because we have a salvage value here. For project B, again same figures, but here the salvage value is 4,000. You have to add that value. Right? So here the rate is 14%, not 15%. The rate is 14%. So you have to take the 14% here. So now I'm going to take the discount factor at 14%. The rates are, so you should know how to get the values, how to get the figures. So here 0.877, 0.769. So at 14%. Present value kiyana table එකෙන් තමයි ගන්න තියෙන්නේ. So if not, you can use the formula as well. 14%, then 0.675, then 0.592, finally 0.519. So these are the NPVs at 14%. Finish? ආවද මෙයාගේ යන්න? ආවද ළමයි? උත්තරයක් නෑ. ඇහෙනවද මාව? ලක්මාලි ඇහෙනවද? මේ ආවද NPV ටික ඔයගොල්ලන්ට?
තාම හදනවා.
Okay. So I'm going to prepare the 8% as well. මෙතනට මම ගන්නවා 8%. 0.926, 0.857, 0.794, 0.753, 0.681. So now you have to calculate the IRR. Calculate the IRR. So you have to calculate the IRR. Finish? Shall I put the answer into the WhatsApp group?
Okay, madam.
Okay, try to do this one, right? So here, both projects have positive IRR. So we have to select the project with the highest IRR. And කලින් ගානේ නම් අපේ එකක positive එකක negative. එකක් වැඩි එකක් අඩුයි. දැන් මේකේ දෙකම වැඩි. දෙකම වැඩි නම් දෙකම select කරන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි mutually exclusive projects නම් ඒ කියන්නේ එකක් බාර ගන්න විතරයි පුළුවන් අනිත් එක reject කරන්නම වෙනවා. සල්ලි මදි. හිතමුකෝ අපි මේ project දෙකටම තියෙන්නේ සල්ලි රුපියල් 35000යි කියලා. එහෙනම් දෙකෙන් එකක් විතරයි මට කරන්න වෙන්නේ. ඒ වගේ වෙලාවක highest IRR project එක තමයි select කරන්නේ. So I'm going to end the session, right? So stay safe, right? We'll meet on Monday. Take care, everyone.